guys, how are you all doing? Boy, I hate it when YouTubers don't take their sunglasses off and they're in the sun. A beautiful day here in Texas. Hey, so guess what I did? I know it's been a little while since I last updated you guys. I apologize for that. I got sick and holidays, and I've been real busy with things. But I will catch up all on the videos here pretty soon. I just want to give you a quick update. I have to tell you, I really loved how I put this all together. And some of the pictures and video, you'll see how I took these columns and then had the pedestals down the bottom, the 4x4 pedestals. Oh man, the way I put the wood, as you saw in some of the pictures and videos that I showed you earlier in this update, the way I put them in just really made those concrete sonotubes really solid and good. I can't recommend that way I can highly recommend it. It's really awesome. I didn't get the idea from anybody. I just kind of came up with it because I didn't want to, on these pillars, I didn't want to have a pedestal and then come in with the concrete later and put the column there, have what they call a cold set or cold seam there. So I poured the problem with pouring the concrete, and I'm sorry I didn't get any video of the concrete pour. I'm only got so many hands, and I gotta pour the concrete, and I don't have a helper that does videographer and stuff. So maybe in the future I'll get somebody that helped me do some video, but you'll just have to bear with me. Anyway, so when we put the concrete down into the sonotube and had it go down in and then fill in the pedestal, the 4x4 pedestal, we had a hard time filling once we filled the pedestal, we had a hard time filling the concrete, the sonotube, because of course this concrete was too wet and just wanted to overfill the thing. So what we had to do is do in sections. So what we did was we started with this pillar here, and then we filled up all the pedestals first, okay? And then by the time we got to the last pillar, or the last pedestal, 4x4 pedestal, we pretty much, this concrete here had dried up enough. We had some pretty hot concrete. We run 5,000 PSI. I don't know if you guys know anything about PSI. I don't know anything about PSI. I just called the concrete guys and said, hey, come and put me concrete. He said, what do you want, 3,500 for? I go, I don't know. I'm just putting a, Connex box on top of some pillars. We'll set you up with 45. I said, what's the maximum goal? Well, we can do 6. I said, let's cut in the middle. Let's do 5,000. So every one of these pillars have 5,000 PSI. If that makes any sense to you guys, if you care or not. Anyway, so by the time we got done filling up this pedestal, pedestal was dry enough to where, or set up enough where we could go ahead and fill half the tube up. So we filled up all the tubes halfway full and then filled them all up and then came back again. So we made three tries, and finally within 2 hours of filling this thing, by the time we got halfway filled with this one, the one that was halfway up over here, it was good to go. So we filled it, we capped them all off. And so yay, we used 5 yards of concrete. So just give you an idea. And the way I kind of want to do it, the pedestal way over here is about 18 inches off the ground, and I wanted about 18 inches off the ground in that corner, because that's the highest corner there. That way we get underneath there and do the foam, because this thing, you got to do foam in the underneath it. You just got to, because there's so much heat lost underneath there. So anyway, and I'm sorry that I did not get video footage of the crane moving it here. I hit the button, but it's so sunny out here, I couldn't tell the button was on. And so I thought I was taping it. And then when I went to stop it and then walk away with the camera, guess what? I was taping me walk away with the camera. Yeah, just DIY professional here. Anyway, so there's some of the things I want to talk to you about too, that I ran into. As you can see, what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 more containers side by side. You'll have 1 container here and then 1 container here. So we'll have 3 containers coming across. And so this one is the utility room, bathroom, and then the guest room. And then these 2 here will be living room and dining room and kitchen. So, and then up above, we're gonna put 2 20s up there as a master bedroom and bath. And that way, we'll be able to have a view of the horses and all that stuff. Now, let me take you around real quick. I'm gonna show you something that happened. What I ended up doing was building these nice little round 12-inch plates. And of course I welded rebar and then stuck it in the concrete. But for some reason, there's a little gap right here. You can almost stick my hand in here. And if you look at all 4 corners or 6 pedestal areas, you know, they all touch pretty good. And so the problem, for some reason, this is high. And you would think that this maybe is low, but these are all within 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch of all each other. So we think that the container is twisted somehow. So I'm gonna take these metal shims. I'm gonna stick it underneath there, just like that. And of course weld it. So everything out turned out pretty good. And probably eventually I'll take this air condition and put it down on the ground with a piece of concrete. That way I don't have the harmonics running through the whole thing. So rest of it, here you go. This is what it looks like from this end. So as you can see, there's the pop out we made, and then 2 doors. And then, so when we go and build out the rest of this, these doors that you see, there'll be 4 more doors here, 2 containers with the doors all be matching here. So when you drive in through the driveway, you'll be able to see. And so a lot of folks probably say, "Well, Randy, why do you only have 1 pillar in the middle of this whole container?" Most folks are putting, a pillar here and putting a pillar about here and go, well, because I don't think you need 4 pillars going down the side of it. Plus, I've got a 20-foot container going on top, and I want the weight all, up and down, all in one, all on one deal. So there you go. There's your update. I'm real happy with the way this is. So we'll continue with the build. Thanks for joining me.